Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hated Loving Movie Reviews. I went out and I saw The Conjuring Last Rites. Did I love it? Did I hate it? Was it a ghastly haunting of a good time? Or was it one big hoax? We'll find out today. Let's go. Hello guys, it's your boy Jeremiah The Revelous here. It's a new day, it's a new review. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy for movie reviews. And today I'm going to be reviewing The Conjuring Last Rites. So The Conjuring Last Rites is the fourth installment of the Conjuring franchise. It is number 10 in the Conjuring universe. And I gotta say, I've been a big fan of the Conjuring franchise. Always been. You know, I like the spin-offs like Annabelle and The Nun. Curse of La Llorona, I don't consider it part of the Conjuring universe because it has a very slim tide to that universe, and that movie sucked anyway, so I don't even count that. But, you know, I heard about this film that they were going to do the final case, why the Warners, gave up after this. And what I liked about the Conjuring movies is how it's based off realism. Because, you know, I watched the documentaries right after I watched the Conjuring films, and I like to pinpoint and connect and see what they put in the movie that was actually what happened in the case. And that's what makes these movies, because of the realism that goes what happened in real life. And then they add these little elements to make it feel like, whoa, man, this is some scary stuff. And I really like the fact that they do that in just about every Conjuring film. But when it comes to this movie, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed. I was. Because I felt like there was really no case. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, in the Conjuring movies, you're focusing on a family being haunted by a demon, by an entity, cursed object. That's what these movies are all about. And then the Warners come in and they help out. But in this movie, focus way too much on the Warners. Which, don't get me wrong, I love the Warners. I like to see the Warners. They're my favorite parts of these films. But what makes the movie is the actual case. And when you take that out of it and you just focus on the Warners, it doesn't feel like a Conjuring movie. That's what I feel like. Because you have this family that's getting terrorized by some type of demon, and you're like, oh, okay, this has a connection, oh. And then all of a sudden, they cut back and they just focus on the Warners, on their life. You know, they're retired now, and they don't do no more cases, but the daughter has visions like her mom. They focus more on that. It does have connections to the case, but the problem is you totally forget about the family in the movie. You totally forget about the family and about the case. So, all of a sudden, you're just like, oh, we're just taking a trip down the Warner Lane. You know what I'm saying? And every time you go back to the family, something happened to them, but it's off screen. So all the crazy haunts happen off screen, and we only get a little bit of scary and certain haunts on screen with them only once in a while. Most of the scares and the creepiness is only with the Warners. And that's where I find the movie threw it off for me. Don't get me wrong, what I do like about the film is, you know, the scares are good, the haunts are good, the creepy imagery, and the story itself, you know, but I feel like this movie wasn't based on no reality. It was all fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like you got from The Nun or Annabelle. Because when you watch those movies have no fact behind it. it's not based on any true events on those films. And that's okay, because that's spin-off movies, those are characters from the Conjuring movie. But the Conjuring franchise is built on facts, like it's built on true events. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like they just decided not to do it like that no more. And it kind of threw me off. It kind of like brought it down for me a lot. So at the end of the day, it was like I felt like this was not a Conjuring film. I felt like this was more of a spin-off film of the Conjuring film. That's how I felt throughout this movie. I really wish they would have focused on the case and on the family and all the haunts that are going there, and then let it tie into what's going on with the Warners and why the Warners were led to this case. That would have been a better film than just focus on the Warners and not focus on the family, but what's going on with the Warners will lead them to this case, which I find it should have been the other way around. So what did I rate this movie? Did I love it or did I hate it, or is something in between? Well, I gotta say, I gotta give it a wait for it till it comes out on streaming. That's right, I give it a wait for it comes out on streaming. Like I said, the movie wasn't terrible. I did have enjoyment in it. You know, the ghosts is, you know, the scares, you know, some of the story was actually intriguing and interesting, how it led to their, you know, the Warner's first case to this case. You know, it really connected well. My only big issue was I feel like it wasn't a Conjuring film. I feel like it was more of one of the spin-offs. You know, they did not focus on the family or the case. I felt like I don't know nothing about the case. I know just more about the Warners, and it just wasn't cohesive. It didn't connect with me enough. I know a lot of people are probably gonna like it more than I did, and that's fine. You know, I get it. But I really wanted that whole realism of how the case and the facts mixes it with the fantasy, instead of just straight up fantasy and don't have no facts or nothing truth behind it, you know. So like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about The Conjuring, The Last Rite. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was something in between? Let me know in the comment section. And also let me know which is your favorite Conjuring movie in the universe. And also make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. Help a boy out. I really appreciate it. Dig deep into the rabbit hole. I dare you. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.